the Ottawa club, Sir Robert Borden, I'm sure that night they were looking to play Massena Saturday night, but it just didn't happen.
So that's good news. A couple of North Country clubs, 1 and 2. And off the face-off, the puck back to the Massena blue line. It's picked up there by Quenneville. Over it goes to Hurlbut. Hurlbut, backhand pass ahead for Tyle. Goes way too far for him. Picked up by Lynn. Tries to fire it ahead to Thomas. Thomas knocked off the puck. Levine picks it up. Levine now tries to fire it ahead for Andy Thomas. Intercepted by Lynn. Right back to the Massena blue line. And so far they're playing between the blue lines. Now Tayo tries to take it in. He's taken off the play. And the puck comes back to the blue line. Quenneville, he winds his shot. And right on, the save made by Dean Hayes. Now the puck cleared along the boards. It comes Quenneville as he tries to keep it in. And it's kept in by Tyle finally on the right side. He steers it into the corner and follows it. Here's Tyle. Lynn poke checks it away from him. Now he starts back along the boards. His head man intercepted by Levine. He can't quite keep it in. Has to come back to center ice. Now to Hurlbut. Hurlbut over to Quenneville as they move back into the Massena zone, try to get something going. The head man goes to Thomas. Poke checked away from him. And an offside will be called in Lake Placid. Somebody was inside the zone. Faceoff will come just outside the Massena zone. We've played, well, minute 1 and still no score in the hockey game. Now it's Mike Curley's line out there as Eddie Underwood's line comes out. Underwood seeing his first ice time for quite some time. Off the faceoff, McNearney has it. Feeding it over to Brock Reed on the right side. He just fires it into the Massena zone. Back is Sidden. Sidden out there trying to feed it up to Hart on the right wing. Hart has trouble with it. It's taken away from him. Now it's McNearney fighting for it in the corner to Hurley. Hurley centering right in front. Pass intercepted. Here comes Hart breaking out the left side. Here's Hart into the zone of Lake Placid. Feeds it back for Laurent. Laurent in the face-off circle to Underwood. They're passing the puck well. Underwood, side of the net, comes around behind. He's got it caught in his skate. He's taken heavily into the boards. The puck comes free. It's picked up by Dale Hayes for Lake Placid. Hayes feeds it to center ice where it's picked up by Tommy Sidden. Sidden, and he hit Eddie Underwood, who was on his way out of the zone, so offsides will be called. So with 13-13 left to play, no real good scoring opportunities for either team.
No, none for either team. Now the Canarium line comes out for Massena. The Tad Ward on left wing, Ratty on right wing.
And we're going to see Damon Aloisi's line. Aloisi, Latorelle, and Porter. Off the draw, Quenneville with a puck behind his own net, trying to feed it up to Ward on the left wing. Ward has it. Now the head man, and it's kept in at the point by the Blue Bombers. Nice play there. As the puck comes back to center ice. Now it's fired into the zone. And we'll have a face-off just outside. Off the face-off. He's about the right size. That's got to be Strack. The face-off, the puck back into the Lake Placid zone. Strack trying to tie it up there. The puck squirts free. Lynn picks it up and feeds it ahead to Latorelle. Latorelle poke checks it. It comes out to center ice where it's picked up by Mike Quenneville. Quenneville now feeding it over to Ratty. Ratty just fires it in the corner Lake Placid zone. Stop side of the net. Canarium after it. Lynn takes him out of the play. Now John Ratty trying to pick it up. He and Aloisi go together. Aloisi poke checks it back to the blue line. Sidden slides one. That's kind of wide of the net, but the goaltender sticked it into the corner anyway. And now Lake Placid's going to try to clear the zone, and they fire it down the length of the ice. And icing has been waved off, so Hurlbut has to come back for it. He slides it with a stick over to Sidden, back to Hurlbut. Mike Hurlbut now starts out left side, trying to feed it ahead. Lake Placid, a little resistance at the blue line. They keep the puck in the zone. Now over on the other side to Tommy Sidden. Sidden off the boards, can't get it out. Hudak keeps it in, dumps it in the corner. Now it's Hurlbut again trying to get it out. His pass hits a skate, goes right in front of the net. Sidden's there to feed it ahead. Now Sidden manages to clear it to Canarium. Canarium loses right at the blue line. It's picked up by David Jutra, taken away from him by Peter Levine. Levine fires it into the corner, chases it, takes it behind the net, and the puck free in the face-off circle. Now poke check behind the net by Ronnie Thomas. Thomas now for Lake Placid, off the boards, comes back to Sidden right point. His shot knocked down, and it goes wide. Jutra deflected it wide. Now back on the other side. Scott Manley with a puck, trying to center. Levine in the slot. His shot just wide. I think perhaps Dean Hayes got a piece of it. Now it's Sidden. Right side, feeding it behind the net to Todd Tayo. Tayo centering to Levine, or to Thomas rather. His shot goes wide, and now Lake Placid clears the zone. It comes free to center ice. Scott Manley circles back into his own zone to pick it up. Manley on the backhand, met for Thomas, a little bit too far, intercepted by Hudak. Here's Hudak for Lake Placid, off the boards. Ahead it goes to Thomas. That's intercepted. That's Thomas for Massena with a puck. Now there's two Thomases on the ice right now. He loses to Hudak in the Lake Placid zone, and to Thomas for Lake Placid out to center ice on the backhand, picked up by Scotty Manley. Here's Manley into the zone, breaking in on the right wing side, in behind the net. Manley still has it taken off his stick by Gene Jutra. Jutra clears the zone, fires it down the length of the ice, and again, icing is waved off. Somebody apparently touched it on the way through. Now big Mike Hurlbut starts out right side. Hurlbut gets by a check. He's still going. Now he loses the puck to McNerney, and right back comes Lake Placid. Here's a chance for the Blue Bombers, and getting back to break up the play was Hart for Massena. Now it's Tayo ahead to Thomas. Thomas into the zone. It's intercepted by Lynn. Lynn feeding it ahead. It's intercepted. Quenville, his shot, scores a goal. Big Mike Quenville with a shot from the right point as he intercepted a clearing pass right at the right point, took about 3 strides in and whistled it. I think that Dean Hayes got a glove on it, but it still went in the net, and Massena goes up by a 1-0 score.
Well, there'll be no assist on that as Quenville just stepped in as they tried to clear a clearing pass toward center ice, and that's not the thing to do. He just stepped in, took a quick slap shot right over the shoulder of the goalie. Massena won. Lake Placid, no score.
You'd have to give the Lake Placid defenseman an assist
yeah,
on that
we'll
one.
Give him an assist. He put it right on Quenville's stick.
Sure did, and all he did was take 3 strides and bang, in the net. Laurent has it poke checked away at the blue line. Hart follows up, takes it in the Lake Placid zone, right side of the goaltender. Hart now taken out of the play by Strack. Strack now with the puck. He and Scotty Laurent sparring for it. The puck slides free, and it's Mike Hurley who clears it to center ice. Now McNerney racing for it. He may have a partial breakaway. His shot hit the goal post, and McNerney breaking in on the left side had a partial breakaway. He took the shot. It hit the goal post. Now the puck in the corner, and a little bit of a mix-up in the corner there. Tim McNerney and Eddie Underwood having a chat with each other.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I think
Lake Placid looks a little stronger, I think, Jerry, than what they were up in Lake Placid. I didn't think they even skated very well up in Placid. Really, they're skating well tonight. They just seem to be playing much stronger here tonight.
We're going to have matching minors.
Yeah, Underwood and
McNerney.
McNerney, right.
And I think Lake Placid is going to pick up another one as well, as Brock Reed will be getting the gate. So the net result will be a Massena power play. 4-on-3 plus the goaltender's power play. Hurley will be out to kill it along with Mark Hudak. Now wait a minute, Hurley comes off and Jutra comes out, and Paul Strack will be out there as well. Todd Tayo, Peter Levine, Tom Sidden, Scott Manley out for the Massena Red Raiders. This will be interesting. A lot of open ice out there. Face-off just outside the Massena zone. 1-0, Massena leads. We're early in the first period. Off the draw, the puck comes back, and Strack just fires it down the length of the ice. It's stopped by goaltender Craig Sidden. Sidden leaves it for Tom Sidden, and Tommy starts out. Across the blue line, across the red line. Sidden with the puck now feeds it over to Tayo on the left wing. Tayo takes it in, drops it back for Manley. Here's Manley looking for the open man. Here's Tayo. Tayo in the slot, the backhand pass to Levine in the net.
That couldn't have been any prettier, could it?
Peter Levine was just standing there to the left of the glove side of the goaltender. He was all by himself. Nobody picked him up. Tayo had both defenders on him, and he just slid it across the slot to Peter Levine, who just poked it home as nice as you please.
It was just as easy as could be, too. Neither one of them rushed, did they? They had all the time in the world. Power play goal, Massena 2. Lake Placid, no score. They'll be even up now as one man will come out of the box.
Off the face-off. It's Hurley with it. Off the boards, Levine picks it away from him. So Peter Levine picks up another goal, and as usual, he's assisted by Todd Tayo.
That's been a good combination all year long.
Oh, it sure has. Tommy Sidden with a puck for Massena. Sidden gets by Jutra, lost his footing. Now he crosses the blue line, has it poke checked away back to center ice. Now Levine dumping it ahead for Tayo. Right there is Strack. Strack has a little trouble, now takes it behind the net. Strack starts to move it out. Has it poke checked off his stick to Sidden at center ice. Sidden trying to feed Levine. Levine has it taken away by Strack. Gets it right back again. Here comes Levine 1-on-2. Levine gets by one. Hudak, and Hudak held on to him. That's going to be a penalty. And Hudak is going to be called for holding, and Massena will go up on the power play again. So Peter Levine made a dandy move and got by Hudak, and Hudak did the only thing he could do. He held him.
Right, but now they'll go in the box, and again, Massena will have the power play. That power play goal only took 26 seconds, and Massena recorded ahead by a score of 2-0.
And so for 23 seconds, we'll have 4-on-3 plus the goaltenders, and then for the remainder of the minute and a half, it'll be regular power play, 5-on-4 skaters. Face off right side in the Placid zone. It comes back to Hurlbut. Hurlbut to Quenneville. Quenneville out front. Now he's going to feed it through to Canarium. His shot score. Putter Canarium from the left side. He picked the upper right-hand corner, and it's 3-0 Massena. So the floodgates have opened early here, Reg.
Well, when I said they looked strong, they did. Really, when they were playing even up, they looked fairly strong. But with Massena, a man advantage, no contest.
So now it's 3-0. I don't know why we've only got 2 on the scoreboard. But anyhow, with 8:04, we're not even halfway through the first period. 3-0, Massena leading. Couple of power play goals, and 15 seconds still, so there have been 2 goals scored since those initial matching minors were called. Hurlbut and Quenneville picking up the assist on that Massena goal, and here comes Mike Hurlbut into the zone, trying to feed it through, and it's poke checked away from him by Strack. Now Hurlbut comes up with it, trying to feed it up to the blue line, and John Ratty went off Ratty and up into the stands, and the face-off will be just to the high side of the face-off circle, right side of the goaltender Dean Hayes in the Lake Placid zone.
Of course, Underwood and Reed are still in the penalty box, playing four-side.
For another 3 seconds. Yeah, we saw 2 goals scored since they got called.
Right.
Back to Hurlbut at the point. Hurlbut dumps to an open wing. It goes around the boards. Quenneville, he keeps it in. Now Lynn after. Lynn and Canarium. Canarium just knocks him off the puck. Comes up with it. Now loses it. Picks it up again. Side of the net. Canarium can't get the backhand shot off, but Ratty did, and it was high and wide. Now it's Strack in there. He and Ward go together rather heavily. The puck slides around behind the net. Hurley after it. Ratty beats into the puck, feeds Canarium behind the net. Now Putter to John Ratty. Ratty shot. Ooh, just wide. A big chance there for John Ratty. Nice feed by Putter Canarium. Now the puck still in the Lake Placid zone. John Ratty after it. He tries to center it. Putter Canarium after it behind the net. Leaves it for Ward. Here's Ward circling to the right side of the goaltender. He's in the face-off circle. Hits Canarium in the slot. His shot. Save made. The puck lying down right in front of the net. Now it's poke check free. Back to the point. Canarium to Quenneville. His shot slides through. Where is it? Behind the net. Canarium picks it up. Centering pass. Ratty's shot is wide. Now back to Canarium. Massena controlling the play. It goes back to Quenneville. His shot through a screen. Knocked down in front. And finally, it's picked up by Brock Reed, and he starts out for Lake Placid. Reed across the blue line. He's got McNerney with him. Tries to feed it to Hurley on the other side. Sitting out of the net to poke check it into the corner. Now to Hurlbut. Hurlbut behind his own net. He's still got it. Being forechecked there rather heavily by Brock Reed. Now the puck tied up in the corner, and we're going to have a face-off right side of Sidden. And we have 6.5 left to play here first period. And I think we're going to have a penalty, a holding call. And it's going to go against who?
Probably, I'm not sure.
Nobody's making any great effort to come on over and serve that penalty. It's going to be Hurlbut.
Yeah, it's Mike Hurlbut.
So Lake Placid will have a power play opportunity here. Oh, wait a minute.
It's a hold, but...
Okay, the holding calls on Brock Reed, and Hurlbut apparently retaliated or something, and he gets called as well.
Okay. Matching penalties again, then.
That's right. Well, we saw 2 goals scored the last time we had matching penalties. Right. Let's see what happens here. It's 3-0 Massena with 6.5 left to go in the first period. Last time these 2 clubs met up in Lake Placid, Massena emerged victorious 7-0. So they're well on their way to that right now. Off the face-off in the Massena zone, Tommy Sidden with the puck. Behind the net now starts out left side of the goaltender. Headman pass to Loran. Loran can't handle it. Strack intercepts. He loses to Sidden. Puck back in the corner. Jutra trying to do some forechecking. He's still in there. Loran comes back to help out. Loses his footing. Now somebody else in there to try and help out. That's Gene Jutra. And he tries to feed it in the slot area. It's intercepted by Scotty Manley. Manley brings it to center ice. Here's Manley. He's got Loran with him. He takes it across. Here's Manley behind the net. He's still got it. Now he's upended. Centers it, hits the side of the net, and back comes Strack for Lake Placid. Strack to center ice. Loran's got him pretty well bottled up. Sidden intercepts. Now the puck back to the blue line. It's Hudak who fires it into the Massena zone. And there's a whistle. And I guess icing was called. And I don't know what the call was. Or offsides. Must have been offsides.
He was just inside the blue line when he threw the puck in. There must have been a man just over the blue line. He pushed the puck ahead with his hand, but then he got the puck himself. So offside call, face-off between the Massena blue line and red line. Massena leads 3-0, 5:44 to go in the first period.
It'll be Mike Hurley against Peter Levine on the draw. It comes back to Sidden off the boards. Lynn intercepts at the blue line, takes it into the Massena zone. He's knocked off the puck by Sidden, and it goes into the corner. Tommy Sidden back to pick it up. This Lynn is just a little guy.
He's not very big, Jerry.
Sidden towers over. He kind of just gave him a little shove. Now the puck hits Levine into the Lake Placid zone. Right side of the goaltender, takes it behind the net. Levine still got it. Off to the point. Nicely kept in by Tom Sidden. Now Sidden feeds it into the corner. Hudak there to pick it up. Clearing it along the boards for Hurley. It's taken away from him. Here's Mike Quenneville. Quenneville dumps to an open wing. McNerney intercepts and just feeds it down into the Massena zone. That is going to be icing. No, it's waved off. Now Quenneville with it behind his own net. Trying to clear it. The 2 penalties are up. It comes to Hudak. His shot is knocked down. And it's poke check free to center ice by Bobby Hart. Hudak picks it up at his own blue line for Lake Placid. Ahead it goes. They move it along. Brock Reed. And Reed tried to backhand it into the zone. It went up into the bench. And we'll have a face-off at center ice with 4:45 left to go first period. Massena up 3-0.
Both teams even now as Hurwitz and Reed, they had matching penalties. They're both back on the ice. Let's see. Stanmore sends out the Tyo.
Thomas.
Tyo, Levine, and Thomas. No, he's got
Romeo on that other wing.
Romeo on the other wing, Price Levine.
So it's Thomas, Tyo, and Romeo this time around. And it's Quenneville with a puck. Jutraw's line out there for Lake Placid. Here's Tyo making a couple of nice moves right in front. And where's the puck? Nobody could get a stick on it, and back comes Lake Placid. Ronnie Thomas with a puck, poke checked away from him by Mike Curl, but Romeo picks it up. He loses it. We have a delay offsides call, but Massena clears. Ahead it goes to Tyo. Tyo into the zone. It's cleared right back to center ice. Quenneville with it. Quenneville feeding Sidden, who just stepped on the ice. Sidden with a puck. Still has it. He's being forechecked by David Jutraw. Jutraw still after Sidden, but he takes his time and moves it back to center ice. Now he's going to leave it for Scott Manley. Manley across the blue line. He's all by himself. His shot is deflected at the last moment as Dale Hayes got back there just in time. 3:53 left to go first period. Still 3-0 Massena.
Little individual effort there. Not too much passing in that, that last play.
Not that time.
Not that time, no. It seems as though they got the puck. They're going to say, hey, I'm going to take it all the way in until somebody takes it away from me. And that's what happened, too.
Putter Canariums line out now with John Ratty and Tad Ward. And it's going to be, I think, Dave Jutraw's line staying out there for Lake Placid. Ratty back to the point. Sidden, his shot knocked down. He gets it right back again. Feeds it right into the slot area. Nobody can get a stick on it. Goes behind the net. Hudak after it. He's taken out of the play. Here's Ratty right in front as Canarium tried to feed him. He couldn't get a stick on it. And back comes Hudak for Lake Placid. And he fires it into the Massena zone. Comes around the boards. After it is Manley for Ward. Ward can't get it out of the zone. It's kept in there by Hayes. Now Massena clears, and we have a whistle, and we're going to have a roughing call.
We got a roughing.
It's going to go against Scott Manley.
Scotty Manley. Over on the far boards there. That
happened behind the play.
Yep.
Which will give Lake Placid a power play here. So Canarium will stay out along with Tad Ward. And Quenneville and Hurlbut will be the 2 defensemen. Let's see what we see for a power play here for Lake Placid.
This is the first power play for Lake Placid.
Mike Hurley will... Wait a minute. McNerney... No, Hurley, I guess, is going to center. McNerney and Jutraw will move up to the wings, and Strack and Hudak will be at the points. That's about what I would expect. Dave Jutraw on the right wing side. He and Hurlbut go together. Jutraw comes up with it. Back to the point it goes. Hudak winds his shot through a screen. Sidden makes the save. The puck comes to Canarium on the rebound. He tries to get it out. He can't. Hurley keeps it in. Now he loses it. He brought it out and in, and offsides will be called.
Yeah, a little in and out there. That could be the first save the Sidden's. It's the first save I've got down for Craig Sidden. It was a hard slap shot from the right point taken by Mark Hudak of Lake Placid.
Off the face-off, the Raiders dump it. Mike Hurlbut on the backhand down the length of the ice. Now Ward and Hudak go together for it. It comes to McNearney for Lake Placid. McNearney in his own zone, trying to clear it to center ice, intercepted by Tad Ward, and he just fires it into the corner. Now it's Hudak again. Trying to get it ahead for Jutra. It goes off his stick. Tad Ward intercepts and dumps it right in, and that's going to be right on net. And Dean Hayes has to make a save. Not a hard one, but nevertheless a save. Now long centering pass intercepted. Mike Hurlbut, and he feeds it right back into the Lake Placid zone. Strack picks it up there. Loses it to Ward. He's going to be all by himself. Here's Ward right in front. The backhander scores! Tad Ward. Nice goal for Massena, shorthanded, and that makes it 4-0.
Hey, nice shorthanded by Tad Ward. Yeah, the Lake Placid defense coughed up the puck, but Ward was alertly there, and all of a sudden he saw that puck. He just stepped in. I'll tell you, he took his time when he was in. He knew he was all alone. He waited. He took a nice little backhand. He got it just inside the post. A nice backhand goal for Tad Ward. That puts Massena up by a score of 4-0.
Off the face-off, the puck back to Hudak at the blue line. He's going to take it himself. He's just backhands it into the Massena zone. Behind the net, Mike Hurlbut, and the puck is tied up in the mesh. And with 2:16 left to go in the first period, it's 4-0 Massena. 13:40 WMSA, Massena, New York. Face-off will move outside the Massena zone. Todd Tayo's line out there against the Aloisi line. Aloisi, Latorelle, and Porter. As we're still killing off a penalty, which is kind of hard to believe, but that is the case in the Lake Placid zone. Levine keeps it in. Levine trying to feed it through. Here's Todd Tayo. His shot. Nice save made by the goaltender, and he falls on top of it. So Dean Hayes had to make a pretty good save on Todd Tayo, and that does it for the penalty. But Massena got a shorthanded goal and a good chance to get another one.
Another penalty. Tommy Caruso coming over to the penalty box.
Looks like Tayo.
Peter
Levine, right.
Going off.
Well, it hasn't really hurt the Raiders. They got a shorthanded goal last time. 1:53, so Massena will be shorthanded for most of the rest of this period, unless Lake Placid scores. Tayo out there along with Hart to try and kill this one off. It comes to Sidden on the faceoff. Sidden, high in the air. It goes into the Lake Placid zone. After it is Lynn. He backhands it ahead. That pass meant for Ronnie Thomas. Thomas feeds it back behind the net for Paul Strack. Strack with it. Clears it ahead for Thomas. Thomas trying to get it out of the zone. He does. Here's David Jutra. Jutra just fires it in the Massena zone. Comes off the boards to Sidden, and Sidden now threads it down the other way. It goes all the way behind the Lake Placid net. Lynn back there to pick it up. 54 seconds and counting left in the penalty. We're down to just over a minute left in the first period. Massena leading at 4-0. Puck at the center ice area. Lynn picks it up and fires it. That goes right on, and I think perhaps Sidden's second save.
Second save of the night.
From center ice.
From center ice.
Now it's Strack with it for Lake Placid. Strack along the left boards. He brings it in by himself. It's taken off his stick, and Mike Hurlbut dumps it down the ice. Canarium's going to chase it down and get to it first, but he leaves it behind the net. Jutra picks it up. Jutra poke checked away from him by Tad Ward. Ward's got the puck, trying to center. Canarium fired it just wide. Another big chance for Massena shorthanded. Now Canarium with a puck. It's taken off his stick. Jutra clears it ahead. We have a whistle, and we're going to have another penalty and a holding call this time. And I think that one's going to go against Lake Placid.
Right, that's going to go to number 21, Paul Strack. Holding call for Placid. That'll nullify the Massena penalty, and there's only 6 seconds left in the penalty to Levine.
So with 29 seconds left, Massena will be going on the power play in 6 seconds, and they're leading in the hockey game 4-0. Hurley's out there to take the face-off against Canarium. Off the draw, the puck goes down into the Massena zone. Is it far enough for icing? No. No, icing waved off. Quenneville comes back for it. Ahead to Canarium. Canarium now feeding Hurlbut. Hurlbut breaking down the left wing side. Massena on the power play. Hurlbut's shot goes wide with 10 seconds left. Back to Quenneville. Quenneville trying to feed it through. Here's a breakaway for Brock Reed. Reed coming in all by himself for Lake Placid. He shoots. What a save by Sidden.
Did he rob Reed or did he rob him? He went in all alone on a bad pass from Quenneville, but as he went in, the old glove came out and stopped the puck, keeping Lake Placid off the scoreboard. I'm not sure if time had run out or not.
Don't know, but
I think time was still good. I did not see the green light, of course, will come on when the clock comes to the 0 mark.
That's how the sectionals and state playoffs shape up. And if you didn't get it all, don't be surprised. It's taken.
It's confusing. It's confusing just to read it. I'm sure it's more confusing.
Right, and it'll be Dean Hayes in the goal to our left. Mike Curley out there, along with Tim McNearney to try and kill off this penalty. It's Levine, Tayo, and Hurlbut up front for Massena, Manley, and Sidden back as we see the power play unit out there for the Raiders. Headman goes to Tayo. Tayo takes it across on the left side. Into the corner he goes. He's still got it. Circles there. Tayo with a puck now, feeding it to Manley. Manley moves along the blue line. Now back to Tayo about halfway in. Tayo bangs it off the boards behind the net. It comes to Lynn. Lynn trying to clear it out of there. And finally McNearney picks it up and slides it into the Massena zone. Now Hurley racing for it. And Sidden way out of his net behind the net. Bangs it off the boards. It comes ahead to Hurlbut. And we're down to 22 seconds left in the Massena power play. Off the boards, Peter Levine. He can't catch up with it, and it's dumped right back in the Massena zone. Sidden stops the side of the net, leaves it for Tom Sidden, and we're down to 10 seconds in the Massena Red Raider power play. Now Tommy Sidden feeding it ahead to Peter Levine. Levine on the backhand up to Tayo. Tayo takes it across the line again. The penalty is up, and it's taken off Tayo's stick by Hudak. Hudak loses to Tayo right in front. Back to the point it comes, and out to center ice. Here comes Strack. We've got a 2-on-1. Strack and Hurley. Sidden's back. Strack shoots high over the net. As Massena was getting back, the puck goes into the stands.
We got a penalty.
We'll have a penalty.
I think Tommy's called against Tommy Sidden as, let's see, Strack went down on that left wing. I think Tommy Sidden getting called on an elbowing call. So Lake Placid will go back in the power play again.
So Sidden will be in the box for elbowing, and the faceoff will move outside the Massena zone. 13:45 left to go second period, and Massena up by a 4-0 count. And we're going to have Putter Canarium and Tad Ward coming out. Ward did a great job killing off penalty in the first period. He got a shorthanded goal.
That's 5 penalties apiece. 5 for Lake Placid and 5 for Massena.
It'll be Hurley centering Reed, and that's going to be Strack up there on the wing. Hudak playing one defensive position, and Dave Jutra has dropped back to play the other. As Lake Placid trying everything to ignite something here. Reed has the puck now. He's knocked off, and Tad Ward clears it to center ice. And somebody controlled it.
Yeah, Hudak hit it with his hand, and I think Reed touched it, so that'll be called for that. The face-off will be between the red line and blue line on the Massena side of the red line. Massena 4, Lake Placid don't score.
13.5 left to play, 1:13 in the penalty. Jutra, his shot from center ice. Sidden makes the save and leaves it in the corner behind the net for Quenneville. Quenneville trying to get it out. Hudak keeps it in nicely. Here's Hudak on the right side. Takes it into the corner. Centering pass right in front. Tad Ward has it. Ward loses it. It goes just behind the net. And that could have been trouble. But Massena finds the leverage and dumps it down the ice. Hudak comes back for it. With the puck. Behind his own net. Canarium up to forecheck. Hudak leaves it. It goes to Mike Hurley. Hurley breaking down the right side. Takes it to center ice. Just dumps it in the corner. Massena zone. Quenneville back for the Raiders. Along the boards it goes. And now it's Ward and Jutra. Opposite number 14's fighting for it. Jutra comes up with it in the corner right side. Trying to center it. Goes off a leg. Comes to Ward. He clears it to center ice. As Strack tried to keep it in but couldn't. Here's Strack with it now. Feeding it ahead. It goes to Reed. Reed has it poke checked away from him. Reed's the guy that had the breakaway that Craig Sidden stopped so nicely. Now it's Hurley with the puck. Into the Massena zone, makes one good move, tries to get through, but big Mike Hurlbut back to break it up. and he fires it along the boards, gets knocked down. The puck comes to Tad Ward. He fires it down the length of the ice. That's going to go right on. Otherwise, it would have been icing as the penalty was up, and Putter Canarium with it. Trying to center through right in front, deflected by Hart, just wide. McNearney coming in to try and help out, and they tie it up in the corner. A 4-0 Massena lead with 11:45 left to play here. Period number 2.
Yeah, Massena successfully killed off that penalty to Tommy Sidden. I don't know if there was any shots on that. I don't think so, Jerry, on that by Lake Placid. They're really unable to get their power play going at all.
4-0. Raiders are leading comfortably in this hockey game as we're down to 11:45 in the middle period. Now we got more matching minors called, Reg.
Boy, they're coming fast and furious there.
For Massena, it's Mike Hurlbut, and for Lake Placid, Brock Reed. So it's 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders again. Lind with a puck at the blue line, has trouble with it. Comes back, winds, his shot through a screen. The save made by Sidden. He leaves the rebound, but Tom Sidden there to pick it up. And he starts out left side of Craig Sidden. Sidden ahead. Goes to Scotty Loran. Loran makes a nice move, takes it in the corner, right side of the Placid goaltender. Tries the backhand pass, gets it back again. Loran has it. Now he loses it. It's poke check to center ice, picked up by Tommy Sidden. He just dumps it right back in the Lake Placid zone. Loran after it. Loran taken out of the play. The puck slides free back to Hart. His shot goes wide. Loran in there trying for a deflection. Now Loran picks it up in the corner left side, feeds it in the middle. Hurley intercepts. Whistle. Another penalty. High sticking call. And this one's going to go against Clay Lind. And so Lake Placid picks up another penalty with 11 minutes left to go in the second period. Massena still up 4-0. Lind gets a high sticking call. And we'll take a seat for a minute and a half. And now it's going to be 4-on-3 power play for Massena. Reggie's going to have writer's cramp before this one's over.
I can't watch the game. I'm too busy writing here, Jerry. Lynn is pretty small to be getting a penalty back there in his own zone. If he weighs 135 pounds dripping wet, I think it's a lot. He is small, Jerry.
Just a little guy.
What?
So the faceoff will be just inside the Lake Placid zone. Again, 11 minutes left and a 4-0 Massena lead. Tyo, Levine, and Sidden along with Manley. And off the faceoff, it comes to center ice. Here's Manley with it. Feeds to Levine on the left side. Drops it back for Manley. Did it get out? Yes, it did. And now the puck poke check down the length of the ice by Hudak. Tommy Sidden picks it up behind the net. Starts out. Across the blue line to center ice. Across the red line. Across the blue line into the zone. Here's Sidden bringing it into the corner. Takes it behind the net. Now feeds it over on the other side. As Massena's starting to move it. That's Tyo. Tyo feeding it right in front. Here's Manley, and Manley couldn't get it off. It's poke checked by Hudak away from him. Now Hudak picks up the puck, trying to clear it around the boards, and it goes up into the stands once again. And 4 seconds left of the matching minors. That was a double minor to Clay Lind, so he's got 2:19 remaining to serve. Apparently, he may have had an unsportsmanlike added, because I know
he must have, because the initial call was a high sticking call.
Now Sidden with the puck, beating it over to Tyo. 2 men are back. Tyo has it in the corners. Hurlbut steps on the ice along with Reed. Tyo hits the side of the net. The puck back to the point. Kept in by Sidden. Sidden winds. His shot through a screen. The save made. The rebound poked by Tyo. It goes wide. Now the puck behind the net. Sidden picks it up. Side of the net. Trying to feed it in the slot. It's intercepted by Jave Jutra. Jutra head to Reed out to center ice. Hurlbut picks it up there for Massena. He can't hold on. Jutra. Jutra for Hudak. Hudak circles back into his own zone and moves it. Hudak off the boards. Manley intercepts his pass, brings it back into the zone. Here's Scott Manley into the faceoff circle. Right side of the goaltender, takes it behind the net. Now feeding it over on the other side. That's Todd Tyo. Tyo looking, center right in front. Oh, Manley missed a good opportunity there. And Tyo told him where to go.
He told him where to go, didn't he? He said, come on in front. He did, and he just missed the goal. Should have tipped it in. Should have had it.
Here's Sidden, right in front, and Tyo just deflected it wide, and I mean just wide. Now Tyo and Hudak spar in the corner for it. The puck comes free. Strack has it. Now it comes to Tyo. Tyo, side of the net, centering pass right in front. And Manley got knocked down that time.
And we got another penalty coming up.
How about that?
What else is due? Another high sticking call. That's got to be at least 6 or 7 high sticking calls. That being called on Mark Hudak of Lake Placid.
So Massena will have a 2-man advantage here as Lynn is still in the box with 1:09 to serve in his double minor. Now Hudak comes in for high sticking, so for the next 1:09, and he gets a double minor. Apparently he had a few words.
He must have had a few words to say, too.
Which means that Massena will be up 2 men for the next 1:09, and then after that for almost 1:51, he'll have a single man advantage.
That's what it was. A minute and a half for high sticking, a minute and a half for unsportsmanlike conduct. He said a few choice words to the referee.
That's right. So Massena with a 2-man advantage here. Canarium out there with Ward. Ward shot from the slot just wide. Knocked down in front. And goaltender Dean Hayes says that's enough of that. And now we have a little mix-up in front of the net. And this one has kind of lost its momentum, Reg. The game has slowed down considerably.
It really has slowed down. The penalties have slowed the game down. It's still not what you call a rough game, I don't think, Jerry.
No, the penalties are, they're not real rough penalties.
No, they're not really smart penalties either.
No, oh no. And Lake Placid clears it to center ice off the face-off. Massena leading 4-0, and they're on a 2-man advantage. O'Connell takes the shot. It comes free behind the net. Now it's Ratty trying to come up with it. Feeds it to Ward. Back to the point to Quenneville. We have a whistle. Somebody in the crease. They'll move a face-off outside.
I think Ratty skated across right in front of goalie Hayes as Massena had control of the puck. He went into the crease. Tommy Crusoe blew the whistle. Face-off just outside the Lake Placid blue line. Massena is up by 2 men. 2-man advantage in a power play.
Canarium's line out there is using just a regular line, and O'Connell and Quenneville playing defense. O'Connell has it now for Massena. Trying to feed it ahead. His pass is intercepted by Hurley. Hurley back to Jutra, and back to center ice it goes. Canarium for Massena. 26 seconds left in the 2-man advantage. It comes to Ward on the right side. Ward. I'm sorry, that's not Ward, that's Ratty. Ratty with it behind the net. Over to O'Connell, about halfway out. Now back to Quenneville at the point. Winds his shot. And it's gloved right in front. The puck's sitting there. And finally falling on top of it is Dean Hayes. I think he had a couple of saves that time.
He did. As the puck came back to Quenneville, that center is wide open as Quenneville just took a couple strides in, let the puck go. Hayes come up with the save. And I think Canarium had a rebound. He came up with 2 saves on there. Face-off now. Lake Placid and Massena still in the power play. 2-man advantage.
10 seconds left in the 2-man advantage. 2:01 left in the second penalty. Off the draw. The puck back to the blue line. Quenneville no, he didn't keep it in. Offsides is called. That was close.
That was close. Massena not doing too much here. Canarium line out there for on that power play, but not able to really get much going with a 2-man advantage.
Eddie Underwood's line comes out. Underwood out there with Hart and Scott Loran. And we're going to see Manley and Sidden out there playing the points. Hurley will take the face-off. He and Jutra still out there along with Strack. Off the draw. Jutra trying to clear it. Now Strack picks it up, dumps it down, and Lynn's back out on the ice. Manley has it behind his own net. Lynn runs into Craig Sidden, the goaltender. We have another penalty called on Lake Placid. I think Lynn's going to get a trip right back into the box. Here comes Hart right in front, and he's knocked down. But he gets the puck, and back to Manley it goes. Manley trying to slide it through. The puck comes free. It's touched by Lake Placid. And we're going to have a cross-checking call. And Mr. Lynn is going right back in the box.
Another Lake Placid penalty.
And so for the next 1.5 minutes, it's going to be a 2-man advantage for Massena because there was 1.5 minutes left in Hudak's double minor. So with 7:39, we're about halfway through the hockey game. 4-0, Massena. You're listening to 1340 WMSA in Massena. Face-off will be in the Lake Placid zone. Left side, off the draw, it comes to Underwood. Eddie with a puck now, centering to Loran, and it doesn't get through. Strack intercepts, back to the point it goes. Now Sidden. Sidden will sit. And so Massena will still be up by a man. That was a goal coming with a 2-man advantage.
2 men.
So it's 5-0 Massena. So they're well on their way to repeating last time these two teams met. Now into the zone, it's Loran in the corner. Still on the power play, mind you. It comes to Hart. He couldn't get the shot off. Hudak broke it up. Now the puck comes to Strack, and he clears it to center ice. Tommy Sidden with it. Sidden Gets by a check and slides the puck in the zone. Strack there, can't get it out. Hart keeps it in. Bobby Hart trying to center it. It's intercepted by Brock Reed, and he fires it up into the crowd. 5-0 Massena with 6:55 remaining to play here in period number 2, Northern Athletic Conference hockey. 46 seconds left in the penalty to Clay Lynn. Face-off in the Lake Placid zone. Most of the play in the second period has been in the Lake Placid zone. Levine will take the face-off against Reed. Off the draw, it comes to Tayo. Tayo circling in the face-off circle, looking to move it. Tayo trying to feed it through to Levine. It's intercepted by Hudak. It comes right back to Tayo. Tayo centering to Levine. Levine can't get the shot off. His back pass is intercepted by Reed. He brings it to center ice 1-on-2. Well, 1-on-4. Reed trying to center it. He centered it right to Hurlbut. And Hurlbut starts back for Massena. To Tayo. Tayo to Andy Thomas. Thomas into the zone. Dumps it in the corner. Hurlbut after it there. He can't quite catch up with it. It comes free. Kept in by Quinville at the point. Quinville trying to center it through. Now it's Thomas. Thomas dumps back to the point. It comes to Levine. Levine, nice job to keep it in by Peter Levine, but he can't hold on. And Lynn's back out on the ice, and Hudak, we got a 3-on-1. Hudak shot. He fired it wide, and the rebound nobody can find. It comes to center ice. I don't know why Hudak shot that.
That's what gives coaches gray hair. It's a 3-on-1 break. What does he do? He goes over the blue line, takes a slap shot. That's what they don't teach in practice. You don't take a slap shot with a 3-on-1 break.
Well, an intentional offside is called on Lake Placid. That'll move the faceoff back into the Bomber zone. And with 6:01 left to play here, period number 2, still 5-0 Massena, as the Raiders are firmly in command of this one. Putter Canarium takes faceoff off the draw. It's out to center ice. Mike Auer, who's out there, may be the first time we've seen him this game. He clears it ahead to Ward, who fires it in the air into the zone. John Ratty catches up with it in the corner. Poke checked away from him. And coming back is Gene Dutraw. Dutraw to center ice. A puck by Thomas. This is Ron Thomas of Lake Placid into the Massena zone. Auer picks it up there. Clears it to O'Connell. Up to Ward. Back to O'Connell. O'Connell to center ice. To Canarium. Canarium. He and Dutraw go together. Dutraw comes away with the puck, feeds it back for Hudak. Hudak, the headman to center ice. Auer can't keep it in. Now the puck comes free. Ward picks it up. And we have a whistle, and we're going to have a hand pass called. And the face-off will be at center ice. I was going to say, oh, no, not another penalty.
No. Every time you blow the whistle now, you think, hey, another penalty. I think Lake Placid has picked up a total of 9 penalties here in the game.
Off the draw. It's Tad Ward with it. Fades to an open wing. That's intercepted by Dale Hayes. He fires it right on. And Craig Sidden has to make a save, but not a very difficult one. Now the puck comes to Canarium at center ice, breaking down the right wing side. Canarium gets by Dutraw. Canarium trying to center it, and a sprawling Dale Hayes broke it up. Now Canarium gets the puck back behind the net. Canarium tries to go back to Auer at the point. Auer has it. Feeding it into the corner. It's knocked down and out to center ice by the Bombers. Now Ronnie Thomas trying to chase it down. It comes right on Sidden, and he fires it into the corner. Auer picks it up. Has it poke checked away by Thomas. Comes to Hudak. His shot knocked down. We have a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty apparently on Massena this time.
Yeah, getting a little rough over there on the far side. Let's see. Ratty, and I'm not sure who from Lake Placid, mixing it up a little bit over on the far boards right near the Lake Placid box. Wayne Umel, referee, had already called a penalty.
Oh, it's Ronnie Thomas.
I think Thomas of Lake Placid. I know John Ratty's going off.
High sticking on Ratty. He's also getting a roughing call, which means that he'll be in the box for 3 minutes, I believe. And I think Thomas will probably just get the slashing call. I'm not sure, but it is going to be a double minor to John Ratty, and just a single minor.
Just a single minor to Thomas of Lake Placid. So they'll be both skating 4 men aside for a minute and a half, then Lake Placid will go into power play. That is, if nothing else has happened in that time.
Off the face-off, the puck high in the air to center ice. Racing for it is Loran, and he almost got through, but it's poke checked away at the last minute. Right back comes Paul Strack. Strack across the blue line. Strack shot way over the net. It comes to Manley. Manley starts out. About 4 minutes and a few seconds left in the period, in the second period. Hurley had it, but lost his stick. Now kicks it ahead. The puck comes to Hart, and I think that's going to be an icing call on Massena. Nope, they wave it off. Now it's Lynn with it. Manley picks it up, trying to feed it through. Hart can't keep it in. It comes to center ice. Now Sidden from Massena. Sidden gets by a check, feeds the puck in the corner, chases down. Here's Sidden with it. He and Lynn go together. The puck's still underneath them, and we're going to have a face-off as Bobby Hart came in to help out as well, along with Tim McNearney.
With all these penalties, one thing, it has slowed the game down. Another thing, it really isn't a very interesting game to watch.
No, I'm afraid
not. It's not what you call a classic game. It's being poorly played right now, without a doubt.
Well, let's see. We're going to see Eddie Underwood and Todd Tayo out there for Massena. And Hurlbut will be playing with Quenneville. Off the face-off, it comes to Mike Quenneville. Now he feeds it in to Tayo. Tayo says, where's the puck? It's poked away, and, well, there's Quenneville with it. Feeding it to Tayo in the corner. Tayo, they try to tie him up, and now they do, and we're going to have another face-off. 3:21 left to go in the second period. Massena leading 5-0.
We've got, what, 21 seconds left in the penalty to Thomas of Placid, and a minute 51 left to Ratty.
Off the draw, here's Todd Tayo behind the net. Hudak ties him up. The puck slides free. Jutraw back for it, leaves it for Hudak. Clears it around the boards. Quenneville stops it at the point, keeps it in. Now feeds to Underwood, who's back at the point. Eddie with a puck now. He's still got it. Keeps it in. Feeds it over. It goes to Tayo. Tayo has a poke check, gets it right back again, back to the point. By Quenneville. Now to Tayo. Thomas is back out on the ice, so Lake Placid will be on the power play in just a moment. Now Tayo picks up the puck behind the net. He's still got it. Tayo back to Hurlbut at the point. Hurlbut loses, and here's a chance for Reed. He may have another breakaway. He does. Here comes Reed all by himself. Shot. Nice save by Sidden. And Sidden has robbed Brock Reed twice in this hockey game. I'll tell you, Brock Reed's going to be seeing pucks in his sleep tonight because he has had it twice. 2 breakaways. Now Jutraw with a puck. His backhand shot. Sidden stops it high, and the puck's knocked off its mooring. It went in the net. I don't think that's going to be a goal, though.
I don't know if it's going to count or not, Jerry. The net was knocked off its moorings, but I don't know if they called it, if the puck went in first or not.
Controlling it with a high stick.
Okay, no goal.
No goal.
Tommy Crusoe comes over to the scorer's box and said no goal. It was knocked in with a high stick, so Lake Placid does not score. The score remains by a score. It's Massena 5, Lake Placid no score. Both clubs skating 4 aside. Thomas and Ratty still in the penalty box. Craig Sidden making the second big save of the night, both against Reed of Lake Placid. Brock Reed coming in twice on a breakaway. That time Craig Sidden just held his ground. He didn't move at all, and he made Reed make his move. Finally, he stopped the puck. Nice move by Craig Sidden.
Well, somebody moved on the face-off, so we'll have to do it all over again. 2:23 left to go in the second period. 5-0, Massena Red Raiders. And we'll face it off again. Off the draw it comes to Levine. Levine feeds it to Tommy Sidden. Sidden loses to Jutraw. Gets it right back again. Here's Sidden to Levine. Levine breaking down the left side. Now feeds it to Canarium all by himself. His shot, the save made as one of the defensemen got back just to kind of mess him up a little bit. Save made by Dean Hayes. Now the puck back to Manley at the point. Manley's shot high, and the save made by the goaltender Hayes. He covers up. And we'll have another face-off with 1:59 left to play. And a 5-0 Massena lead.
That shot taken from the left point by Manley. They're doing a lot, though, there. They're stopping the puck before they shoot. If they can get that shot off, on the fly, the goalie wouldn't have a chance to get set. When they stop the puck and shoot it, the goalie has a chance to get set. No way should they score from the point like that.
Face-off will be left side in the Lake Placid zone. Off the draw, Sidden winds his shot wide. to Manley up along the boards. Manley has it. Feeds it back to Canarium. Canarium over to Sidden. He's got the open lane. His shot. Save made again by Hayes. Canarium picks up the puck on the rebound. Takes it behind the net. Now right in front. Here's Ward's shot. Didn't get through. Canarium follows up the backhander right on. The goaltender makes the save. And Hayes must feel like he's in a shooting gallery last few minutes here.
Yeah, Tad Ward took the shot. The rebound came out. As he took the shot, Canarium smartly came in from that left corner, picked up that puck, another shot. But again, Dean Hayes in the net for Lake Placid making quite a few saves here in the second period. Massena 5, Lake Placid, no score.
1:36 left to go here, period number 2. Face off left side again. Hurley will take the draw against Canarium. Here's the draw. Puck still bouncing in the face-off circle. Finally, Hurley comes up with it, starts out. Hurley's got McNerney with him. Poke checked away from him. Now he fires it into the Massena zone. Craig Sidden stops it behind the net. Leaves it for Tommy Sidden. Sidden starts out for Massena. Taking his time across the red line, just fires it in the corner. Ward trying to chase it down. It comes to Canarium. Canarium in the corner. Takes it behind the net. Canarium still has it, feeding it out to the point, and nobody can keep it in. Here's a chance for Hurley, but Manley's back. Now we're going to have an offsides call to Lake Placid as Hurley lost it, and McNerney went in offsides. 1 minute even left to play second period. 5-0 Massena. 6 seconds left in the matching minors. No, I'm sorry, 6 seconds left in the Reed penalty. Underwood out there with Hart and Loran. Take the face-off against Hurley. Off the face-off, O'Connell after it. Circles back into his own zone. Takes it right in front of the net, feeds it ahead for Hart. Hart to Eddie Underwood. Underwood feeding Loran on the right wing. Loran in. Stops. Trying to feed it through. It's intercepted. McNerney ahead to Hurley. Here comes Hurley on the off wing. He's got Reed with him. He instead fires it right on. Sidden leaves it behind the net. Now the puck stolen side of the net. Short side. Yes. Short side shot is saved by Sidden. And he holds on. Now a little discussion in front of the net. 5-0 Massena. We're down to 34 seconds in the second period. And I think we're going to have some penalties out of that little fracas there.
Yeah, it looks like Bobby O'Connell going off for one for Massena. I'm not sure who's going off for Lake Placid. Maybe it's more than one. Let's see. Eddie Underwood skating toward the box. Yeah, it looks like Eddie Underwood coming too.
So there's two. Any Lake Placid penalties? Apparently not, Reg. I don't see anybody in the box.
Nobody in a blue shirt.
That means
nobody in the
Bombers.
blue and gold coming over. Apparently it's just Massena penalty. Eddie Underwood. Let's see, he's getting a double minor. I imagine the old unsportsmanlike. We've had that a number of times tonight. They call a penalty first, and the player elects to say a few extra words to the referee. They frown upon that, so they give him another minute and a half to sit and ponder the situation.
So that means Massena will be 2 men down. And Jutraw's out there, along with Thomas and Gene Jutraw and Hudak and Strack. Strack's got it, winds, breaks his stick. The shot goes right on, so does the stick. And Massena tries to clear it. Hudak keeps it in, fires it, it goes wide. Sidden falls on top of it. And 23 seconds left to go in the period. 5-0, Massena leading here. The second period has taken about a year to play.
It seems as though it has been real slow period.
Ragged play.
Yeah, it's sure. Penalties will do that to a period. They make it really drag and slow everything down. And it certainly does not improve the play.
No, not at all. 23 seconds left in the second period. Jutraw will take the face-off against Todd Tile. As we mentioned, Massena's 2 men down. Off the face-off. Here's a quick shot by Jutraw. Save made by Sidden. He leaves it for Tom Sidden. Sidden trying to waste time. He's still got the puck, finds a leverage, dumps it down the ice. In fact, it goes right on with 9 seconds left, and I don't think Lake Placid is going to have time for another rush. We'll see. Here comes Strack. He's just going to fire it down the ice. The puck comes free to Thomas, the breakaway. Sidden way out of the net to make the save at the buzzer. And again, Craig Sidden has come up big when he's had to.
I think in that case, the light was on.
Was it?
Sidden really played that smart. He came out. He didn't give him anything to shoot at. I think the light was already on, but that was another breakaway for Lake Placid.
So, you're listening to 1340 Radio, WMSA. Our thanks to Paul Durham for obtaining those scores for us.
We should mention then that JV game earlier, Massena beat Malone also by a score of 3-2. A real tight JV game. Malone coming on, I think, in all aspects. Their JV, their varsity, I think, in the minor program. I think you're going to be hearing from them in a year or so.
Oh, yeah.
And they won last night, beating Plattsburgh by a score of 4-2.
Plattsburgh's kind of slipped.
They have. The last week or so, they've slipped quite a bit.
Yeah, they lost to Norfolk last week, giving the Flyers their first win of the season. And they lost again last night. Well, we're off and running here, or skating, I should say, in the third period. It's Hudak with the puck, and he fires it into the Massena zone. Jutra after it in the corner. Again, as we mentioned, Lake Placid is 2 men up. Comes to Hudak, his shot, and that goes in the net. And Lake Placid gets on the scoreboard here with a power play goal, a double power play goal. So O'Connell is back out on the ice. So it's just Underwood left in the box. And it's 5-1, and as they say, there goes the shutout.
Yeah, Hudak scored that from the right point. The puck came over. He took the slap shot, and there was a few players in front. I think actually Sidden was screened on that. That's the first goal of the night for Lake Placid. But Massena 5, Lake Placid 1.
Now, we almost got a puck there off the face-off. A couple of sticks came together, and the puck flew up here. We'll have a face-off just outside the Massena zone. 14:38 left to play here. Period number 3. It's 5-1 Massena. 2:04 and counting left in the penalty to Eddie Underwood. A double minor. Now it's Strack taking the puck in the zone, centering it right in front, and nobody can get a stick on it. Tile comes up with it back to the point. It's Hudak keeping it in. Hudak to Jutra. Jutra trying to center it through. It's deflected by Hurley, and that one goes wide and into the corner. Massena manages to clear it to center ice. Nice play there by the Raiders. Now it's right back Strack. Loses it to Tile. Back out to center ice. Now Jutra with it. Jutra over to Strack. Strack beating it in the zone. It's Manley this time intercepting on the backhand. It goes down the length of the ice. Dave Jutra will come back for it. Take it behind the net. Now feed it up to Hudak. Hudak over to Strack. Strack to Jutra. Jutra off his stick into the zone. His backhander right in front, and a chance there for Lake Placid, but they couldn't get a stick on it. That was Brock Reed who had a chance. Now we're going to have another penalty. And that's going to be Brock Reed getting called for tripping. And so that'll even things up here. With 1:02 left in Eddie Underwood's penalty. A penalty goes on the board for Brock Reed for tripping. There's 13:36 left in the period, and Massena leading at 5-1.
They gave that goal to Reed. He must have deflected that right in front, Jerry. The shot was taken by Hudak. They give it to Reed, so he must have deflected that puck in front.
So it's Reed from Hudak then. Off the face-off, Hudak with the puck. He loses it. Canarium trying to chase it down. Strack gets there first, and back out to center ice. It's Hurlbut. Hurlbut to Hart. Hart looks for Canarium. It can't quite get it to him. Hudak got the stick in the way. It comes back to the Massena blue line. Quenneville. Quenneville feeding it ahead for Canarium. Strack there first. Can't get it out. Quenneville keeps it in. Trying to bring it across. And he has it back at the blue line again. Dumps it to Hurlbut. Hurlbut into the corner for an open wing. And it's Quenneville in there. Quenneville saw Canarium, but Canarium fell down before Quenneville could get on the puck. And here comes Lake Placid. It's Hudak into the zone, feeding it through. It goes to Hurley. His shot goes wide. Not a very hard shot. Now Strack and Canarium go in the corner. And Strack says, let's tie it up. It's poked out from underneath him. It comes to Quenneville. Quenneville clearing along the boards. Back to Strack. Strack trying to keep it in. It's poked away. Here comes Mike Hurlbut, and he's going to have, well, Hurley made a good play. He poke-checked the puck away from him. Now Hurlbut has to come back on sides. Hurlbut side of the net, short side shot. Save is made by goaltender Dean Hayes. Now the puck behind the net comes to Hart. Hart feeding it right through in front, and Hayes falls on top of it and covers up. 11 seconds left in the penalty to Brock Reed as Massena back to full strength. 12:17 left in the third period. 5-1 Raiders lead.
I'm in my third sheet of penalties there, Jerry.
Okay.
That's the first time we've had to go to 3 sheets.
Yeah, this is not one of the better played games we've seen this year,
really.
I'm afraid. Jutra will face it off against Scott Loran. Off the draw. The puck back to center ice, and in fact all the way down the length of the ice. And it's not icing because Lake Placid is killing off a penalty. Now they have killed it off, and it comes to Manley. Manley across the red line, fires it into the open corner. It bounces off the boards right side of the net. The goaltender steers it behind the net. Ratty picks it up. John Ratty for Massena, circling around. It's poke checked away from him. Tad Ward now in the corner. And somebody's Strack is all over Ward, and he manages to clear it out to center ice. Now it's Tom Sidden. Sidden into the corner. 11 minutes, 40 seconds left. Massena up 5-1. Now the centering pass comes all the way back to the point. Tommy Sidden has it bounce over his stick, has to come back for it, feeds it in the corner to Loran. Loran to Ratty. Ratty on the backhand, fired it wide. The puck goes into the corner, right side of the goaltender. Ward after it. He leaves it for Loran. Loran can't come up with it, but coming up with it was Lynn. Lynn can't get it out of the zone, kept in. Here's Loran. Backhand shot, scores. Scotty Loran, nice backhander from the right side of the goaltender, and it's 6-1 Massena.
That was a nice backhander by Loran. You know, I think he wanted to get on his forehand, but really he couldn't get on his forehand. He finally said, hey, I might as well shoot this on the backhand. He raised that right up shoulder high to the glove side, putting Massena ahead by a score of 6-0.
Well, we're going to see this Lake Placid third line, Aloisi, Porter, and Lacharel. I haven't seen them very much at all this game, but they're out there now against the Tayo line. Tayo, Thomas, and Levine. Off the face-off, it comes to Thomas. Thomas trying to get it to Tayo, intercepted, but it's right back as Thomas steals it and feeds to Tayo. Tayo loses at the blue line to Hudak. The puck comes free to center ice. Hudak trying to chase it down. Hurlbut gets there first. He's got it in his own zone, circling around. Here comes Hurlbut ahead to Levine. Levine trying to feed Tayo, and we're going to have an offside on Massena as Tayo couldn't get the puck but went in the zone offside. So who picked up the assist? Ratty?
Ward and Ratty picking up the assist on that Moran goal. That's 6 goals for Massena and 6 different scores.
10:44 left, 6-1 Massena leads. Hurlbut lofts it high in the air back in the Lake Placid zone. Hudak after it. Hudak gets tied up by Thomas, but comes away with a puck anyway. Along the boards, it comes to Quenneville at the point. Wines, his shot knocked down. Here comes Hudak. Hudak trying to feed it ahead. Quenneville stops it, and back to Thomas. Thomas has it taken away from him by Martin. We're going to have another penalty. And Andy Thomas is going to get called for tripping. And so, Massena will have to try and kill another penalty as Reg continues to write.
That's all I've done all night.
Well, Thomas off for tripping.
That's the 10th Massena penalty for the night. Lake Placid's picked up 12 penalties.
So actually, when you think about it, it seems like Lake Placid's been in the box a lot more, but not in reality.
No, that's right. The penalties are really fairly even as far as the total number.
Mike Curley will be out there. Tom Sidden, Todd Tayo, Scott Manley, and Peter Levine to try and kill off the penalty. Reed has the puck behind the net. Now feeding it out front. It goes to Hurley. Hurley back to the point. They move it around. The puck behind the net again. And here comes Manley. Manley has it ahead for Tayo. Tayo on the backhand. Out to center ice. Dave Jutroff picks it up. Jutroff feeds over to Reed. Here's Reed. He just dumps it into the corner. Comes free behind the net. Manley trying to clear it. Kept in at the point by Strack, but now his pass is stolen by Levine. Levine coming down 2-on-1. It's poke checked away by Jutroff. Goes into the corner. Now Peter Levine with it, trying to feed it. We got a delayed penalty call, and it's going to be to Lake Placid.
On Lake Placid, either elbow or I'm not sure what. As Levine.
It'll be Paul Strack sitting down. And that'll even things up. With 9:33 left to play here, Paul Strack gets called. 6-1, Massena leading. Face-off will be in the Lake Placid zone, left side. Putter Canarium out there along with Tad Ward, Mike Quenville, and Mike Hurlbut. Now it's going to be, well, let's see here. Gene Jutra, no, he comes off. Dave Jutra will take the face-off. Gene Jutra stays out there, though. It comes back to Hurlbut at the point. His shot just wide. Ward gets the rebound. His shot right on, the save made. Now the puck back to the point, kept in by Hurlbut. His shot, a blast. The save made, the rebound. And Lynn has it behind the net. He's going to try to tie it up. Ward throws a check. Jutra comes in to help out, and they do freeze the puck. And we'll have a face-off as Mike Hurlbut unleashed a blast. 28 seconds left in the Massena penalty to Andy Thomas. 1:13 left in the Lake Placid penalty to Paul Strack. Face-off right side now in the Lake Placid zone as Jutra gets tossed, and Gene Jutra will come in. Off the face-off, it comes to Dave Jutra. He leaves it for, let's see here, Hudak. Hudak circles behind his own net. Off the boards, out to center ice. It's picked up by Mike Hurlbut. Hurlbut feeding ahead for Ward. Ward has the poke checked away, gets it back, and feeds it to Quenville at the blue line. Here's Quenville over to Hurlbut. Hurlbut takes it in the zone now. Hurlbut makes one good move, makes two, makes another, feeds it. Here's the backhand shot by Ward. He doesn't get a good one off, and the puck cleared back to Hurlbut in the corner. Hurlbut loses to Dave Jutra. Jutra with the puck starts to move it out for Lake Placid. Here's Jutra from center ice, fires it right on as a Massena penalty is up, and 29 seconds left in the Lake Placid penalty. Now the puck along the boards. It comes ahead to Scotty Laurent. Laurent trying to feed it to center ice. That's intercepted, and right back in by Huco. Goes right on the save on the pad made by Sid. Now the pass back. Lynn at center ice. Feeds it right back into the Massena zone. Stop behind the net again by Craig Sidden. He leaves it for Hurlbut. We're down to 8:07 and counting. Now the puck to center ice. Slides back in the Lake Placid zone. The penalty is up to the Bombers, and Lynn picks it up. To Hudak. Hudak along the boards. Ward's going to try to keep it in. Now Auer steps in to keep it in. It goes bouncing behind the net to Hudak. 7:50 and counting left to play. Hudak makes one move. Tries to get it to center ice. Feeding for McNerney. Goes by him. It comes to Auer in his own zone. Auer clearing it up to the blue line. And we have a whistle.
And a little mix-up in front of the boards. Eddie Underwood's in there for a minute. He and Reed, but finally Eddie Underwood just skates away. No penalties, just a little mix-up. Face-off just outside the Massena blue line. To score, Massena 6, Lake Placid 1.
Underwood will face off against Hurley. Off the draw. The puck to Laurent. Here comes Laurent on the off wing. Into the zone. Trying to feed it through to Underwood, who was all by himself, but it bounced off the leg, comes back to the blue line. Hart now into Underwood in the corner. Underwood back to the point. His pass is intercepted, and here comes Hurley. Hurley's got Reed with him. Auer makes a good play to block the pass. It comes to Underwood, and Underwood overskated, and the puck back into the Massena zone. Hurley racing for it there. He and Auer go together. Hurley comes up with it. He's taken out of the play by O'Connell. The puck sliding free. Underwood comes back to pick it up. Along the boards, behind the net. It comes back to the point. Strack keeps it in. Feeds it through. Strack again with it. Has trouble. It comes right on Sidden, and he steers it aside. Leaves it for Auer. Auer with the puck now. Ahead to Laurent. Laurent circles back in his own zone. He's still got it. Now he feeds it for O'Connell. O'Connell, left side of his own goalie, trying to get it out of there. Ahead to Laurent. It doesn't clear the zone. Finally, Auer feeds it ahead. That was for Underwood. It jumped by his stick, and Strack has it. Strack ahead. Auer intercepts to Laurent. Laurent crosses the blue line. Laurent still has it in the slot. He's tied up. The puck comes free. It's picked up by Bobby Hart. Hart feeding for Underwood. Underwood back to Hart. It bounces off his stick. Here comes Strack. We're 2-on-2. Strack and Reed. Here comes Strack. He tried to make the move and fell down. And the puck comes free to Tommy Sidden. This is the longest period of sustained play we've had in the game. Now it's Bobby Hart with the puck. I shouldn't have said anything probably. Puck around the boards. It comes to Sidden. His shot goes wide. He may have just been trying to feed it in the corner. Now Canarium back to the point. Manley shot. Doesn't get through. Knocked down by a leg. It comes to Hart about halfway in. Hart in the corner. Centering pass meant for Canarium. Reed intercepts that. The puck comes free. They're going to try and tie it up. It squirts free. And now back to the point. It's Tommy Sidden. Sidden's shot deflected just wide by Ratty. Now Reed trying to come up with it. He and Manley go together. Reed says, let's tie it up. Manley says, no, I don't think so. The puck comes free, and finally it's picked up by McNerney. McNerney's got Hurley with him. Hurley just fires it into the Massena zone. It goes wide of the net. Hurley trying to short side shot, and the save made by Sidden. Back comes Massena. Poke checked away at the blue line. Sidden has to come back for it for the Red Raiders. 5:20 left to play here in the third period. Massena heads 6-1. Now it's Tommy Sidden from center ice. Just fires it in the corner. Ratty chases it down, looking to pass. The puck comes free. Ratty after it behind the net. Now it's Tad Ward centering it. That's deflected. Ward's going to follow it. Takes it into the corner, left side of the goaltender. Centering pass intercepted by Hudak. Hudak clears, but not out. Here's a shot by Manley. The save made by Dean Hayes. Puck free behind the net for Canarium. Canarium feeding for Ward. It's intercepted by Hudak. Hudak trying to get it out. It comes free to center ice. Here comes Martin. Martin down the left wing. He and Sidden go together. The puck comes free. Manley picks it up. Off the boards, ahead to Tad Ward. Ward to Ratty. Ratty across the blue line. I'm not sure I'm believing this, Reg. There hasn't been a whistle in a long time.
No, the last 3 minutes or so. That's the first whistle in at least 3 minutes. Up and down the ice, this is what the game started. The first 3-4 minutes of the game, it started this way, up and down the ice. Pretty good hockey, and all of a sudden we got into the penalty situation, and that just destroys all of the hockey. It seems to affect everything. The passing was poor. Just everything was poor here most of the game. They're finally getting back to playing hockey with only, 4:26 to go in the game.
6-1, Massena leading. Face-off will be between Jutron Romeo. Off the draw, the puck comes back into the Massena blue line. It's Hurlbut with it. Moves it along. Hurlbut across the blue line. Gets by one, gets by two. Centering pass right in front. And Puente couldn't get a stick on it. Now the puck comes to Romeo. This is Romeo, Puente, and the other Sidden out there on this line. Now the puck behind the net, right in front of the net. Now a big chance there. Nobody can get a stick on it again from Massena. It comes back to Quenneville. His shot. And getting a glove on it was Hayes. It goes free into the corner, and it back to the point. Hurlbut's shot goes high and wide. Now the puck along the boards, and finally they're going to tie it up.
The clock wasn't running there for at least 30 seconds. Too interested in watching the game, they forgot to turn the clock on.
6-1, Massena leads. On the clock, 4:22. Should be a little bit less than that, probably.
That time isn't going to affect the outcome of the game.
No, not tonight.
Not at all. Not tonight. No. Pretty much Massena game.
So it's Puente out there along with Romeo and Sidden. It's Scott Sidden. Now the puck comes free to Sidden behind the net. Now Puente after it. And finally, Lake Placid is, it's Lynn clearing it to center ice. But Quenneville right there. Backhands it. Lynn picks it up at his own blue line. Starts it out again. Lynn feeding for Hurley. Too far for him. Hurlbut comes up with it. Hurlbut behind the net now. Taking his time, feeding it along the boards. That meant for Levine. Hudak keeps it in at the point. His shot, well, it wasn't really a shot. Levine comes up with it. Feeding it ahead for Romeo. Now to Levine. Levine gets bowled over at the blue line. The puck back to center ice. Now Tayo has to wait for his wings to get on sides. Feeds for Levine. Levine gets by a check. He's free in the corner. Levine centering right in front. And a big chance there for, who was that? Andy Thomas. And he goes right over the goaltender and into the net.
Lynn forced him into the goaltender. Thomas was going in the crease, but as he did, Lynn hit him from the back and forced him right over the top of the goalie, Dean Hayes. Yeah, sure, he's going to give a penalty to Lynn on that play.
Goaltender should get one, too.
I think Thomas really was trying to get out of there.
Yes, Paul. Okay. 4-4 with a minute left to go up there in Alex Bay.
Oh.
So the Bay came back in the third period. So about a minute and a half left to go in the game. Alex Bay and OFA are tied at 4. Might see a little overtime up there tonight.
Up there.
Off the draw. Massena's on the power play. Tommy Sidden with it. 3.5 left to play. The Raiders up 6-1. So It comes back to Manley. Massena's going to be, what, 13-1 after this one. Back to Sidden at the point. Feeding for Hurlbut. Hurlbut. Cross-ice pass goes to Manley. Fakes the shot. Goes to Tyo. Tyo to Levine. Levine gets a shot off. The save is made by the goaltender, Dean Hayes. And we'll have another face-off.
2:59 to go. Massena leads by a score of 6-1. A minute left in the penalty to Lake Placid's Lynn.
2:59. 6-1 Massena. Jutra comes out now along with McNierney to try and kill it off. Hudak's out there. And let's see here. Dale Hayes to try and kill it off. Puck to Tyo. Tyo back to the point. Now it goes to Hurlbut. Hurlbut, nice move. Gets a shot off. The save made by goaltender Hayes, Dean Hayes. Now the puck back to Sidden. Sidden to Manley. Manley shot high over the net. Bounces way up. Tyo grabs it, puts it on the ice. Gets knocked down, and Hayes picks up the puck. Now he loses it. Comes free side of the net. Back to the point. Manley winds. We have a whistle.
Lake Placid man down. I think Tommy Sidden got a piece of...
I think that was... I'm not sure who that was, tell you the truth.
I don't know who was laying on the ice. Massena's had the power play, moving the puck around, and a little collision there between Tommy Sidden, the Lake Placid player on the ice, as Massena leads by a score of 6-1 with only 2:27 left to go in a rather slowly played game. Penalties, let's see, up to date, Massena a total of 10 penalties, Lake Placid a total of 14 penalties. Get 24 penalties in a game, that's a lot of penalties, Jerry.
I guess so. That was Dale Hayes that was down, but he's back up again. Right. He's okay. So with 28 seconds left in the Massena power play, 2:27 left in the period, 6-1 Massena. Levine will take the face-off against Jutra. It comes to Hudak. Hudak behind the net. Now it comes to McNierney. McNierney up along the boards to center ice to Jutra. Jutra tries to get by. He doesn't. He's checked out of the play nicely by Sidden. And back comes Hurlbut. Hurlbut across the blue line. Tyo winds the shot. The save made by goaltender Hayes. Now the puck to Sidden. He winds a shot just wide. Finally, it's picked up by McNierney. Lynn is out of the penalty box. He gets the puck. And we'll have a face-off back in the zone because he didn't head back to his zone.
Lynn came out of the penalty box and took a pass in the neutral zone. The pass came from the defensive zone, which you cannot do. The pass has got to come from the same zone, or he has to go back in the zone. It was called for not going back in the same zone. So it goes all the way back to the Lake Placid end.
Off the face-off. It comes to Underwood. Underwood trying to center it right in front. Back out to center ice it goes. Auer has it. Auer to an open wing. Comes free and it's picked up by Damon Aloisi. He feeds it ahead to Martin. Martin backhands it into the Massena zone. O'Connell will try to pick it up there. Clears it ahead. Big collision right at the blue line. The puck comes all the way back to Hudak in his own zone. Hudak trying to clear it ahead. Little roughness out there now. Now the puck comes free and back into the Massena zone. Auer has it for the Raiders. Auer clears it up to O'Connell. O'Connell to Hart. Hart backhands it. That doesn't go on. It's going to be icing. It doesn't. It is. 1:07 left to play. 6-1. Massena leads. They'll be playing tomorrow afternoon at 5:15 at Canton over at Appleton Arena against the Golden Bears, and we'll have the broadcast for you right here on WMSA. Then Saturday night right back here at the Massena Arena against the Flyers of Norwood Norfolk. That game scheduled for 7:30 start. Reed will take the face-off against Canarium. It comes to Hudak. Hudak fires it through. Puck in the face-off circle. Now it's Canarium clearing it to center ice for Ratty. Ratty loses to Reed. Reed back into his own zone. Behind the net. Off the glass. Kept in by Quenneville. Quenneville takes it into the corner, now right in front, and it's deflected. A good chance there for Tad Ward, but he deflected it high over the cage.
Nice setup by Mike Quenneville. He came in from his right defensive spot, picked up that puck on the right-hand side, saw Tad Ward cruising in front of the net, threw it in front, but a good defensive play, just knocked it behind the net. Face-off now coming just outside the Lake Placid blue line. 44 seconds to go. Massena 6, Lake Placid 1.
And Reed is out there with Cassidy, who's seeing his first action tonight. He's just a little guy. And for Massena, here's Hurlbut with it. Now Cassidy takes it off the boards into the zone. The puck comes free, and it's Quenneville ahead to Hurlbut. We're down to 25 seconds. Massena leading at 6-1. Hurlbut circles around at his own blue line. He's still got it. Now feeding it ahead. And icing will be called on Massena.
Hurlbut trying to give a pass in that right wing, but he let go just behind the red line. Nobody touched the puck. There'll be an icing call with only 15 seconds to go. Face off back in the Massena end to the right of Craig Sidden, who really has been pretty much of a spectator here in the third period.
So Massena is going to go to 13-1 on the year. Lake Placid will be 6-8. Face off right side of Sidden in the Massena zone off the draw. The puck comes to Tommy Sidden. Sidden in the corner. Trying to waste some time with it. Martin tries to take it away. Now it comes up along the boards. We're down to 5 seconds. It comes free to center ice. Romeo has it, and he's just going to waste some time. That's the ball game, as the Massena Red Raiders defeat the Lake Placid Blue Bombers by a score of 6-1, and they go to 13-1 on the season. And Lake Placid will drop now to 6-8. So another win for the Massena Red Raiders. The other scores we have, Salmon River defeated St. Lawrence Central by a score of 6-1, and they temporarily take over the lead in Division 2. But Alexandria Bay, trailing 4-2 at the end of the second period, have come back to tie OFA, and that is near the end of regulation time. The other game, we had a one-period score, Potsdam leading Canton 3-0, and a two-period score, Saranac Lake leading Norwood Norfolk 2.